What's up, everybody? This is Review Box, and today we will be reviewing
Basketball.
Yep, Basketball. Came out July 31st, 1998.
Can I be real with you?
Yes.
I didn't know this was a review box.
Oh, yeah. So today we're going to be going over Basketball. Surprise.
One of the greatest. It's your seventh favorite movie.
Yeah, after you watch this film, I guarantee you it will be your seventh favorite movie of all time.
That's a review box guarantee.
That is a Review Box guarantee or your view back.
we lose views if it doesn't work out for you.
Yeah, if that's not true, you lose views. Now, I don't want to be that guy. I'm gonna sound a little old, but they don't make them like they used to.
They really don't.
But what's funny is that this movie was actually made a couple months before I was born, so you know it was before my time.
Hey,
But you were around though. My good old 38-year-old homie.
I'm almost 30.
Okay. Anyways, let's stay on topic here. I'm sorry. Anyways,
For the creative minds of Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
Mm-hmm. And if you don't know who that is, that's crazy. The creators of South Park.
Mm-hmm.
They have their
also
own
the hit Broadway show, The Book of Mormon.
Book of Mormon.
Sorry, I keep
And also the creators of Orgasmo. Orgasmo. Jesus.
I think that's how it's called. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, anyways, so this
you know what? Also,
what's up?
America's #1 hit, Team America.
I forgot. I think Team America's after this movie, though, right?
Yeah, what I'm saying, like
obviously, yeah. It's
creators of South Park.
creators of South Park. Like, come on here.
Now the owners of Casa Bonita,
Which is also crazy, but that's all besides the point. So Matt Parker and Trey Stone.
mix that up.
I did, huh? Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Jesus Christ, it's been a long day.
Two
Anyways,
major heroes of ours.
yeah, totally, 100%. Okay, straight up, I did get their names wrong, but let me tell you something. I did write a report on South Park, and I got a B+ for it. But anyways, that's besides the point.
Great guys.
This movie is by far my 7th favorite movie of all time, and I think it might just be, if not the best sports movie ever.
You know what, dude? It's fucking up there for sure.
So for those who have never seen the movie, here's a quick thing. It's literally these two average Joes, and you know they're like, okay, it's actually really funny.
They're losers. The broke losers.
They're losers, but like they go to a high school party, and like
They go to a high school reunion.
reunion. Oh yeah, they go to a high school reunion.
They're too old to just kick it at a high school party.
They go to a high school reunion, and they walk up to someone and all that, and they're like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, da 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 da. And then the people are like, "You haven't changed at all." And they're like, "Yeah." And they're like, "That's not good."
That's cool. He goes, "No, it's not."
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, that's cool. No, it's not. So they're these two average Joes, and basically, you know, they're tired of how like the sport industry is, and the sport industry is still like this, you know, with teams moving locations and then different players going to other places.
It's a monetary thing. It's not for the sport anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Like the love's out of it. So they obviously create this sport that is a combination of basketball and baseball. Hence the name. You know what I mean? It's totally worth watching. I highly recommend it. If you just want to sit there and just laugh and have a good time, like it's the movie for you. Like 100%.
This movie is so funny because in the aspect, like, I think South Park just came out right around this time.
Yeah, because this is 1998, so South Park might only have like 1 or 2 seasons.
Yeah, and it's funny because Matt Stone, is it Matt Stone or is it Trey Parker? Which one is Cartman? The fucking blonde one.
The blonde one, which is Trey Parker.
Trey Parker does a lot of voices you recognize in that movie. This Cartman.
Yeah, if you're a big fan of South Park and you watch Basketball, you're gonna hear Cartman's voice, Mr. Garrison's voice, Randy's voice,
and the Mr. Hanky.
Yeah, Mr. Hanky.
Yeah,
I hate Mr. Hanky. Such a piece of.
Well, he is.
I know. That's the whole point. But anyways, Basketball.
So, Basketball. I found out about this movie random as fuck. Just gonna say it. Put this guy on.
100%. Put me on. He's like, hey, you want to see your 7th favorite movie? And I was like, what? And there it was.
Random as fuck. I was a kid, and I remember when DirecTV, when you press guide, all the fucking channels would be there, like all the movies. It was just
100%.
like basketball. My dad was looking for basketball, and he's just like, I think this is it. It looks exactly the same, just the E added to the fucking word.
Yeah.
So my dad thought, oh, this is sports. Pressed it, and this movie started up. I'm like, those guys look very fucking familiar. And they sound pretty familiar, too. Because Randy's voice is literally just Trey Parker, like, talking, kind of, right? And then Kyle Brolowski's dad, what's his fucking name? Jared?
Yeah.
Harold? Jared? I don't know.
Harold.
Harold.
Yeah, anyways, besides the point.
Matt Stone, that's his fucking voice, too. That's pretty much it. This movie was hilarious. I was like a kid when I saw this shit. I think I was like 7. Dude.
Oh, it corrupted your little mind.
Oh, perfect movie. I'd say it had...
Perfect movie.
It is perfect. I was already into the Whitest Kids You Know at the time. If you... Trevor Moore, rest in peace. I don't know how we do this. Should I just start explaining the plot of the movie? Like,
well, this is Review Box. That's what we do here. We just talk about what we love, what we didn't love.
So these guys create a sport just to press some girls. Doesn't work pressing girls, but they like the game. So they constantly start playing it in their front yard, specifically the driveway. They start playing it so much that it starts getting attention to people. Some people start showing up. Crowds start showing up. It starts to become a big thing. They start to throw their own games, like actual professional games, in their front yard. A billionaire, I don't know which one, shows up and says, I want to purchase this game, and I want to follow what you believe in. No trading, no switching cities, not even merchandise, right?
No, not even that.
Not even merchandise. And they're all like, let's just...
It's just literally for the love of the game.
Every average Joe can play. That's his words. I think that's what he said. And it becomes a big game. And Real Big Fish is in the fucking movie, which I think is awesome. Real Big Fish, shout out your shitty skull. It's not shitty. I said that was so mean.
I'm just letting you go on, bro. I'm letting you rant about it.
That was so mean for no reason. I love Real Big Fish.
And you're dissing them.
I actually really like their cover of Boys Don't Cry.
And they're a band for those. You know what's crazy is what I've noticed is that a lot of movies back then sometimes just have bands in there that you would just be like, wait,
fun
what?
fact. No, not fun fact. Why don't you say fun fact?
Okay, I could be wrong, but I think Slipknot is in a it's probably not Slipknot. It's probably not, but I think it's Slipknot or somebody's in like a hockey movie.
If you guys didn't know this, a lot of bands, specifically nu metal bands, from 1997 to 2002, covered 80s songs. A lot of them did. One of the most popular, not another teen movie, the parody movie. System of a Down covered the 80s.
We're gonna pause you right there.
Who's that?
Literally be like 15 minutes. No, you're good. It'd be like 15 minutes. All right. 3, 2, 1. So you're talking about ska bands?
It's not even the position I was in. A lot of bands, specifically nu metals, but a lot of bands covered old 80s songs. System of a Down for the movie, Not Another Teen Movie, they covered the song The Metro by the band Germany. I think that's what the band's called.
Yeah. That
song is a fucking bop. Like the actual song from the 80s, fucking bop. It's an old techno song. I think it's techno, goth. I don't know. Goth and techno, it's the same shit. That's really controversial.
Yeah, very controversial. Anyways, to reel that back in to the movie.
Real Big Fish.
They do play a part in the movie. They have
I think they play
couple
Take
songs.
On Me in that movie.
They have like 3 songs, right?
Yeah. Copyright. Yeah, and then they also have a song dedicated to the team. The team is called The Beers, and they sing the song Beer for their fucking halftime.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
So their team name is like I think it's Milwaukee, right?
The Milwaukee
Yeah,
Beers.
the Milwaukee Beers. Now you would, that's like, oh, that's pretty cool, calm. Yeah. And then some of the other team names.
The San Francisco Fairies.
Yeah, the San Francisco Fairies.
The Los Angeles Rioters.
The Los Angeles Rioters.
The Dallas Felons.
What was Miami?
It's the Miami.
Was Miami something like the teams are obviously now. If I would just straight up say it. If you're sensitive, you're going to see this movie and be like, oh, wow, like the jokes are so outdated. It's an outdated movie. It's like, dude, just turn your brain off a bit and like recognize that they're not picking on anybody in particular. They're literally just making fun of everybody and everything.
Yeah, that's pretty much
And like that's just how it is. But anyways, what's oh, and by the way, this movie is a box office hit. The movie Baseketball was on a budget of $25 million, and in the box office, it cashed in $7 million. Hence, your 7th favorite movie of all time. You do the math there. There's a lot of money lost.
So the time skip after the billionaire bought the the billionaire purchased the game, it became an actual sport in stadiums, and it shows them playing the championship, the latest one, and they lose because the billionaire dies in front of everyone, and they use it as a
And how does he die?
By eating a hot dog.
Chokes on a glizzy. R.I.P.
Somebody get this man a hot dog. So the billionaire is telling him that he's choking on. He's like, oh, and he's like showing fucking Trey Parker the hot dog. He's just like,
he's showing him the buns of the hot dog.
He's all like, I know, but they stopped serving hot dogs at the 6th inning. Somebody get this man a hot dog.
It's like what it does is that like out of nowhere it will have these bursts of comedy, like, and it just gets so chaotic
because they're trying to be like, it's like they pretend to be serious, but the comedy is just so fucking there.
100%. It's there. Like that movie does not miss, I think.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I always laugh at it.
So like just to kind of run through the plot without spoiling it, because I feel like, you know what, you should watch it. Pause the pod, watch it, come back. But anyways, so basically then, you know, it's the regular thing. It's the two best friends. There's like some issues. They go forward, and then they're thinking of the contract to gain some money, and then it's like the championship game, and it's just stuff like that. But I feel like what we should get into is what's one of your favorite bits? If you have to think about it, that's fine. If it's the one at the very end, save that one. We'll explain that one together.
One of my favorite bits in there is when they're in the hospital. And he's like, oh, why? So, like, he's been moved to the other room, and he goes to the morgue. Why?
So, to explain that, there's this little kid that's dying, and, like, it's kind of like a play on, like, Make-A-Wish Foundation. Yeah. And he's like, I just want to see him
do, like, 3 home runs.
Yeah, Trey Parker's character. I forgot his name in the movie.
Like, 3 consecutive home runs.
Yeah.
Like, Jose... No, what is it? No, what the fuck? I'm going to say Jose Canseco. Another great baseball player, but Reggie Jackson, I think that's who it is.
Yeah, in the beginning of the movie.
Reggie Jackson does 3 home runs in a single game, which was like a big fucking thing. It is a big fucking thing.
I don't have your fucking ball.
I don't have your fucking ball.
No, I was telling you good luck next season. Anyways, that's a reference from the movie. But so there's this kid. He really wants to see Trey Parker. Like, that's his, you know, his favorite athlete. And then, like, Matt Stone is like, yeah, like, don't worry, he'll hit you a home run. He's like, really? He'll hit you 2 home runs. And like, really? Oh, but 3 home runs. And then he's like, dude.
Whoa, Coop, you can do 3 home runs. Yeah, there you go,
Coop. But it's funny, though, too, because then they ask the kid. He's like, well, what do you want? He's like, what do you want? Well, you know, besides a cure, but, you know, what can we do for you? And he's like, I just want to spend a day with you guys, with the team, with the Milwaukee Bears. And he's like, all right, kid, it sounds good. And given this is like a 7-year-old kid, and then they take
he's
not
him, 7, dude. This was fucking 5.
Oh, he's like 5, right?
5
and
or 6.
They take him. That. They take him to a bar, and they're teaching him like tequila shots.
This was like keeping up too. Like this was like licking a rim of salt off his hand, and then just like shooting. Swallows a lemon, more salt, shoots again.
Yeah, it's just so funny. It just knows how to just continue. It's a comedy, but it's doing its job. Like,
and it's funny. He's like, is this everything you hope for? He's like, yeah.
But my bad though. What was what scene were you talking about?
Where he's like, why? Oh, okay.
Why? So anyway, so that kid goes in the hospital because he only does 2 home runs. and it makes it seem like he basically killed him.
It's because the announcer says it like, this is a life or death situation. If he misses, this kid's gonna die. And it's funny because in that scene, he misses the third ball, and the announcer goes, "The Lord really has it out for this kid."
Oh yeah, it does. So anyway, so they go to the hospital and they're like, "Oh, like I'm here to see the kid. Like, where is he?" And then
like his bed's gone. Like he's out of his bed, like where he's at. So usually when a patient dies, it's clean for the next person. And like they get to the bed, he's like, why? The doctor's like, oh no, we moved him to another room. Then he runs to the other room, and the door says morgue, and he goes, oh no, why?
yeah, and then he runs into, and then they're like, no, he's over here. They run to the kid, and the kid's on oxygen, and he's like sitting on the bed, and he's like stopping the kid from receiving oxygen, and then I think he pulls the plug by accident, and they're like, oh my god,
flatlining. And then he gets like paddles. He's like, he's just shocking the fucking kid.
Yeah, and then like they just keep turning the voltage up and up and up. Oh, dude, I love that scene too. I think one of my second favorite scenes, I think we share the first favorite scene. So I'll just
a lot of people will probably be like, their favorite scene's pretty fucking gay.
Yeah, I know, right? So my second favorite scene is still pretty out there. It's after a game and they're in the locker room.
Oh my god!
And they're like butt naked, and I think like so after that owner dies in the beginning, there's like because they're basically in sports. If you don't know this, all the owners kind of like not like a council, but like vote on stuff sometimes. I know the NFL does that, but so they have that in this movie or whatever. And this one guy is trying to remove everything where players can go to different teams, basically make it like every other sport. And he goes into the locker room, right? And he has like blackmail against them. And so it's a waist shot, so it's only shooting from the waist up, right?
Not even the waist. I'd say like from the femurs, because if it was the waist, it'd show.
No, it's like the waist and up. No. So look at it.
You mean like
it's the waist.
Body.
Yeah. It's the waist and up, right? So that's all you see. And he's talking to him, and he's like, "Oh, well, I have this blackmail," and he like throws it down on this bench, and they're in the locker room and they're butt naked, and so like the camera like pans down, and you see their legs, and obviously like you see their cock, but the thing is though, is that their cock's like literally as long as their leg going straight down.
It's so funny because when they're walking, you can hear it like dragging on the floor.
Yeah,
the dick is as long as their leg.
Yeah, and then like there's a scene where he's like talking. He's like, "Well, this is outrageous," and he like swings his hips, and you just see it fly across the screen. It's so ridiculous. I wish I could show that scene, but we can't show that scene. But anyways, okay. So this movie is just it's key on like it's best friends and they have this sport together, and then the best friends fight, and you have these movies where the best friends fight, and then like they resolve their issue and they're friends again, and going forward. And what's our favorite scene?
So in the resolving the
climax of the movie.
The climax of the movie where they resolve their differences. They both look at each other in the eyes, dressed as people from Hawaii, I think, in tiki outfits. They look at each other, and then they just start fucking macking hard.
So they look at each other after everything, and then they just start making out, and then they stop, and then they go back, and they win the championship game.
And it's never spoken about.
It's never spoken about. It's never brought up. It just happens.
There wasn't even a gay joke between them the entire movie.
Yeah, like it was never there. It was.
It's not. It wasn't. There was no friendship joke where it's all like, oh, but my boy, and shit like that.
Here's a quick clip of it, dude. All right. Anyways.
Oh my god.
It's such an.
It makes me feel away about Nick. The movie's good.
It's just so funny because it's just never talked about. Never. The tension's never there. They're like, you know what? Let's be friends again. You're right. They just straight make out like, I want to know who thought of that. Like, who thought like, hey, it'd be pretty funny.
What's a funny ongoing bit in the show too? The movie is they don't have regular like souvenir days. Like when you go to a Dodger game, it's like everyone's gonna get a number 42 fucking Jackie Robinson hat this day.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah,
For them, there's like free dozen egg day or fucking
free range chicken day.
the free range chicken.
And
Because the first one was the dozen egg where he got pelted with eggs.
They're like, oh no, it's dozen egg day. They're getting eggs thrown at them. So they have like free range chicken day where everyone gets their own chicken.
Gets their own chicken, yeah.
Honestly, it was such a great movie, such a great time. Highly recommend if you want to just sit there.
They also create a very good song too about warts on your dick.
Oh yeah, it gets very personal. You should watch that.
It won't go away unless you put some topical cream every day.
So, like always for Review Box, we have to give a rating. So, what would you give that movie?
I give that movie a solid 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
I know it sounds ridiculous because we try to be serious about our reviews, but I'm not gonna lie. This one is serious to me. I give it a 10 out of 10. I can watch it anytime. It's that good.
I give it a solid 9. Why I can't give it a 10, I couldn't tell you.
Kissing wasn't longer.
Kissing wasn't long enough. But I give it for a comedy, I give it a solid 9 out of 10. It did its job. Like,
yeah, it did very well.
It really did do its job.
Next review, Team America.
Yeah, but with that being said, that was our review on Baseketball. Please go watch it if you want to have a good time.
Also, please tag Matt Stone and Trey Parker in the comments and tell them to to collab with us on a podcast. Do it now. Fucking smash that fucking like button.